Stop scrolling past this, my child. You almost missed your breakthrough. You were 1 second away from scrolling past your miracle. Pay attention to what I say next. My dear child, something extraordinary is unfolding in your life at this precise moment, and I need you to feel the weight of what I am about to share with you. The universe has orchestrated this meeting between us because there is a truth that has been hidden from you for far too long, and today, right now, everything is about to be revealed. There is someone in your life who has been working against you in secret, plotting in the shadows, smiling to your face while cursing your name behind closed doors. But their time of hiding is over. Their mask is about to fall. And when it does, you will finally understand why so many things in your life felt blocked, why so many doors seemed to close just when you were about to walk through them, why so many relationships suddenly turned cold for reasons you could not understand. Right at this very second, as your eyes move across these words, there are forces of light gathering around you like an army of protection. Every negative thought that was sent in your direction is being returned to its sender. Every evil plan that was whispered about you in dark rooms is crumbling into dust. Every curse that was spoken over your finances, over your health, over your peace of mind is being broken into a million pieces. And in place of all that darkness, a flood of blessings is being released. Money that has been held back from you is breaking through the barriers. Opportunities that were blocked are suddenly opening up. Relationships that are meant for you are being aligned. Health that was under attack is being restored. This is not something that will happen tomorrow or next week. This is happening right now, in this moment, as you read these very words. I want you to understand something that will change the way you see everything that has happened to you. Every struggle you have faced, every tear you have cried, every sleepless night you have endured, every moment when you felt completely alone and abandoned, none of it was random. None of it was meaningless. None of it was a sign that you were being punished or forgotten. All of it was preparation. All of it was building something inside you that could not have been built any other way. You needed to go through the darkness so you could learn to find your own light. You needed to experience betrayal so you could recognize true loyalty. You needed to feel the pain of being attacked so you could appreciate the blessing of being protected. The person who has been working against you, they thought they were destroying you. They thought their plans would break you down until you gave up on your dreams, gave up on your purpose, gave up on yourself. They watched you struggle and they felt satisfied. They saw you in pain and they felt powerful. They heard about your setbacks and they celebrated in secret. But what they did not know, what they could not see, what they failed to understand, is that every attack they launched against you was actually making you stronger. Every obstacle they placed in your path was teaching you how to overcome. Every door they closed was redirecting you to a better door that they did not even know existed. Type Amen if you can feel the truth of these words resonating in your spirit right now. Let me tell you about the power that has been protecting you all along. There have been moments in your life when you should have fallen, but somehow you stayed standing. There have been situations that should have destroyed you, but somehow you survived. There have been attacks that should have left you broken, but somehow you remained whole. That was not luck. That was not coincidence. That was divine intervention. That was the universe stepping in and saying, this one is mine, this one is protected, this one is destined for something greater than you can imagine, and you will not touch them. There have been angels surrounding you that you could not see with your physical eyes, but you could feel with your spirit. In your darkest moments, when you felt completely alone, there was a presence with you. When you cried yourself to sleep, there was comfort being poured into your heart. When you wanted to give up, there was strength being downloaded into your soul. The battle you have been fighting was never meant to be fought with your physical strength. It was never meant to be won through your own power. It was always meant to be a spiritual battle, fought in realms you cannot see, won by forces you cannot control. And the reason you are still standing today, the reason you made it through everything that was designed to take you down, is because you were never fighting alone. While you were dealing with what you could see, there was warfare happening in the spirit realm on your behalf. While you were trying to figure out who was for you and who was against you, the truth was being revealed in the heavens. While you were wondering why things were so hard, your character was being refined, your faith was being strengthened, your destiny was being prepared. I need you to hear this very clearly. You are not weak. You are not a victim. You are not someone who can be easily defeated. You are a warrior who has been through battles that would have destroyed other people. You are a survivor who has endured attacks that would have made other people quit. You are an overcomer who has faced obstacles that would have made other people give up. And the fact that you are here right now, reading these words, still believing, still hoping, still trusting that better days are coming, that is proof of your strength. That is evidence of your power. That is confirmation that you were built for this. Now let me tell you about what is coming. I am not talking about small blessings. I am not talking about little improvements. I am talking about a complete transformation of your circumstances. I am talking about a total reversal of everything that has been going wrong. The financial struggles that have been choking you are about to be replaced with financial overflow. The relationship problems that have been draining you are about to be replaced with connections that pour into you. The health issues that have been weakening you are about to be replaced with vitality and strength. The confusion that has been clouding your mind is about to be replaced with crystal clear clarity. The heaviness that has been pressing down on your spirit is about to be replaced with joy and peace that you have not felt in years. But before all of this can fully manifest, there is something that needs to happen. The person who has been blocking your blessings needs to be exposed. The one who has been working against you needs to be revealed, not so that you can seek revenge, not so that you can attack them back, but so that you can be free. Because you cannot heal from something you do not acknowledge. You cannot move forward from something you do not understand. You cannot protect yourself from something you cannot see. The revelation of their identity is not about causing you more pain. It is about giving you closure. It is about helping you make sense of things that did not make sense. It is about allowing you to finally let go of the confusion and the questions and the wondering why. Type Amen if you are ready to receive this revelation and the freedom that comes with it. Think about all the times when something good was about to happen in your life and then suddenly, out of nowhere, something went wrong. You were about to get that job and then the offer was mysteriously withdrawn. You were about to close that deal and then the other party suddenly backed out. You were about to start that business and then the funding fell through. You were about to take that trip and then an unexpected expense came up. You were about to move into that new home and then complications arose. Looking back now, you can see a pattern. You can see that every time you were about to level up, something happened to push you back down. Every time you were about to break through, something happened to block your path. Every time you were about to celebrate, something happened to steal your joy. That was not random. That was not bad luck. That was interference. That was sabotage. That was the work of someone who did not want to see you succeed. Someone who was threatened by your potential. Someone who was jealous of your gifts. Someone who was envious of the favor that was on your life. They saw you climbing and they could not stand it. They saw you shining and they wanted to dim your light. They saw you being blessed and they wanted to block your blessings. So they did what people do when they are operating in darkness. They worked in secret. They plotted behind your back. They spoke against you when you were not around. They prayed against your success. They sent negative energy your way. They used manipulation and deception to try to derail your destiny. But here is what they did not understand. Here is what they failed to realize. Here is the truth that is about to become very clear to them and to you. You cannot stop what the universe has ordained. You cannot block what is divinely appointed. You cannot cancel what is written in the stars. No matter how much they plotted, no matter how hard they tried, no matter what methods they used, they could not stop your blessing. They could delay it. They could make it harder. They could cause you pain along the way, but they could not stop it. Because what is meant for you will always find you. What is yours will always come to you. What is destined will always manifest. It might not happen on your timeline. It might not happen in the way you expected, but it will happen. And the beautiful thing, the thing that is going to blow your mind when you look back on all of this, is that the delay actually worked in your favor. The obstacles actually prepared you for what you are about to receive. The struggles actually qualified you for the level of blessing that is coming. Because if you had received this blessing back then, when they first tried to block it, you would not have been ready. You would not have had the wisdom to manage it. You would not have had the strength to protect it. You would not have had the maturity to steward it properly. But now, after everything you have been through, after all the lessons you have learned, after all the growth you have experienced, you are ready. Now you can handle it. Now you can appreciate it. Now you can use it not just for yourself, but to bless others. The person who tried to curse you actually ended up blessing you. They pushed you into a season of preparation that you would not have entered on your own. They forced you to develop strength that you would not have needed otherwise. They caused you to cry out to the universe in a way that got heaven's attention. They made you so desperate for change that you became willing to transform. And transformation is what this has all been about. You are not the same person you were when this battle began. You have evolved, you have grown, you have leveled up, and the blessing that is coming is matched to who you are now, not who you were then. Type Amen if you can see how your struggles have actually been shaping you for your breakthrough. Let me talk to you about the money that is coming. I want you to understand that financial lack has been one of the main weapons used against you. The enemy knew that if they could keep you in survival mode, if they could keep you worried about bills and rent and food and basic needs, then you would not have the mental space or the emotional energy to pursue your purpose. You would be too busy trying to survive to think about how to thrive. You would be too stressed about today to dream about tomorrow. You would be too focused on what you do not have to recognize what you do have. So they attacked your finances. They blocked your income streams. They caused unexpected expenses. They created situations that drained your resources. They made sure you stayed just barely getting by, just barely keeping your head above water, just barely surviving. But that season is over. The financial blockage has been identified and it is being removed. The spiritual interference that has been messing with your money is being eliminated. The evil eye that has been on your finances is being shut. From this moment forward, money is going to start flowing to you in ways you have not experienced before. It is going to come from sources you did not expect. It is going to arrive through channels you did not even know existed. You are going to get phone calls that change your financial situation overnight. You are going to receive emails that contain opportunities you did not apply for. You are going to have conversations that lead to connections, that lead to contracts, that lead to cash. I am talking about real money, life-changing money, debt-erasing money, dream-fulfilling money, generational blessing money, The kind of money that makes you stop and say, where did this come from? How did this happen? Why is this happening now? And the answer is simple. It is happening now because the block has been removed. It is happening now because the season has changed. It is happening now because you have been promoted in the spirit realm. It is happening now because you survived the test and you are being rewarded for your faithfulness. It is happening now because the universe always balances the scales and you are owed a massive return on all the pain you have endured. But the money is not just going to show up for no reason. You have to be prepared to receive it. You have to start thinking differently. You have to start speaking differently. You have to start acting differently. You cannot keep operating with a poverty mindset and expect to receive abundance. You cannot keep speaking lack and expect to experience overflow. You cannot keep acting like you are going to barely make it and then be surprised when that is exactly what happens. You have to shift your mindset. You have to change your words. You have to adjust your actions. You have to start seeing yourself as blessed even before you see the evidence. You have to start thanking the universe for the money that is coming even before it arrives. You have to start making room in your life for abundance even while you are still experiencing lack. This might sound strange to you. You might be thinking, how can I act like I have money when I am broke? How can I be thankful for blessings I have not received yet? How can I make room for abundance when I am drowning in bills? But this is exactly the point. Faith is not believing after you see. Faith is believing before you see. Faith is trusting that what the universe has promised will manifest even when your current circumstances say otherwise. Faith is standing on a word, a feeling, a knowing deep in your spirit that tells you everything is about to change, even when nothing around you has changed yet. And that kind of faith, that is what moves mountains. That is what opens doors. That is what brings breakthrough. Type amen if you are ready to walk in faith and receive your financial miracle. I want you to understand something that very few people truly grasp. The battle you have been fighting is not just about you. It is about your entire bloodline. It is about your children and your children's children. It is about breaking cycles that have been repeating in your family for generations. The poverty that has chased your family, the relationship problems that seem to repeat, the health issues that keep showing up, the lack of opportunities that has limited your ancestors, all of that stops with you. You are the cycle breaker. You are the pattern interrupter. You are the one who was chosen to stand in the gap and say, no more. This ends with me. My children will not inherit this struggle. The enemy knew this about you. That is why the attack against you has been so intense. That is why they tried so hard to break you down, to make you give up, to convince you that you are just like everyone else in your family who struggled and suffered and barely survived. They wanted you to accept limitation as your inheritance. They wanted you to believe that struggle was your destiny. They wanted you to settle for less than what you were created for. But something inside you refused to settle. Something inside you kept pushing forward even when everything around you was pushing back. Something inside you kept believing that there was more, that you were meant for more, that your life was supposed to look different than what you had seen modeled for you. That something was your divine assignment activating inside your spirit. That was the call of destiny pulling you forward. That was the universe reminding you that you were not created to repeat the past, but to create a new future. And every time you chose to keep going, every time you refused to give up, every time you said, I am going to try one more time, you were actually breaking chains in the spiritual realm. You were shattering limitations that had been placed on your family line. You were opening doors that had been locked for generations. You were creating pathways that your children and grandchildren will walk through with ease, because you paid the price to clear the way. Think about the elders in your family. Think about how hard they worked and how little they had to show for it. Think about how they struggled and sacrificed and still could barely make ends meet. Think about the dreams they had to abandon, the opportunities they never got, the potential that was never realized. That was not because they were lazy or stupid or cursed. That was because there were spiritual blockages in place that they did not know how to remove. There were generational agreements with poverty and struggle that they did not know how to break. There were ancestral patterns that kept repeating because no one in the family line had the spiritual authority to stop them. But you are different. You have been given revelation that they did not have. You have been given authority that they did not walk in. You have been given access to spiritual understanding that they never received. And because of that, you are able to do what they could not do. You are able to break what they could not break. You are able to access what they could not access. This is not about you being better than them. This is about you being positioned differently than them. This is about you living in a time when certain spiritual truths are being revealed that were hidden in their generation. This is about you being chosen to be the hinge point, the turning point, the breakthrough generation. When the blessing comes to you, and it is coming, it is not just going to benefit you. It is going to flow down to your children. The doors that open for you are going to stay open for them. The favor that rests on you is going to transfer to them. The wisdom you gain through this process is going to be passed down to them. They are not going to have to fight the same battles you fought. They are not going to have to struggle the same way you struggled. They are not going to have to wonder if breakthrough is possible because they will see the evidence of it in your life. You are creating a new normal for your family line. You are establishing a new baseline of what is possible. You are setting a new standard of what your family name represents. And this is why the person who betrayed you was so threatened by you. On some level, even if they did not consciously understand it, they could sense the generational significance of your life. They could feel the weight of destiny on you. They could perceive that you were not just another person trying to get ahead, but someone who was carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire bloodline. And that intimidated them. That made them feel small. That triggered their insecurity. Because they looked at their own life and realized they were not walking in that same level of purpose and significance. So instead of being inspired by you, instead of celebrating the fact that they were close to someone who was about to break through, they chose to try to pull you down to their level. But their plan failed. You are still standing. You are still believing. You are still moving forward. And now the breakthrough that they tried to prevent is going to be even bigger than it would have been if they had never attacked you. Because the universe has a principle of multiplication. When you are attacked for walking in your purpose, when you are opposed for pursuing your destiny, when you are betrayed by people who should have been supporting you, the universe looks at that and says, I am going to make sure their reward is multiplied. I am going to make sure their blessing is magnified. I am going to make sure that everyone who witnessed the attack also witnesses the vindication. And that is exactly what is about to happen in your life. Type Amen if you believe you are the generational cycle breaker in your family. Now let me talk to you about the spiritual gifts that have been activated in you through this process. You have probably noticed that you can sense things now that you could not sense before. You can feel energy in rooms. You can pick up on people's true intentions even when they are saying all the right things. You can tell when something is not right even if everything looks fine on the surface. You can hear the voice of your intuition more clearly than ever before. These are not random developments. These are spiritual gifts that have been awakened in you through the trials you have faced. Pain has a way of opening spiritual eyes. Betrayal has a way of sharpening spiritual discernment. Struggle has a way of activating spiritual authority. You are not the same person spiritually that you were when this battle began. You have been upgraded. You have been enhanced. You have been given access to spiritual frequencies that most people never tune into. And these gifts are not just for your benefit. They are tools that you are going to use to help other people. You are going to be able to sense when someone is going through a hidden struggle and speak a word that brings them hope. You are going to be able to discern when someone is dealing with spiritual attack and pray prayers that break their chains. You are going to be able to recognize when someone is about to make a mistake that will cost them dearly and give them wisdom that redirects their path. This is part of your assignment. This is part of why you had to go through what you went through. You are being prepared to be a spiritual midwife, helping other people birth the destinies that are inside them. You are being trained to be a spiritual warrior, fighting battles in the heavenly realm on behalf of people who do not even know that is where their real battle is. You are being equipped to be a spiritual guide, leading people out of darkness and into light, out of bondage and into freedom, out of limitation and into abundance. But you could not do any of this if you had not been through the fire yourself. You could not help people navigate betrayal if you had not experienced it. You could not give hope to people in financial crisis if you had not been there yourself. You could not teach people how to forgive if you had not had to walk that difficult path. Every painful experience you have endured has actually been a classroom. Every difficult person you have encountered has actually been a teacher. Every obstacle you have faced has actually been training for the ministry that is about to open up in your life. And yes, I said ministry. Even if you never stand in a pulpit, even if you never preach a sermon, even if you never hold a title, you have a ministry. Your life is your message. Your story is your sermon. Your victory is your testimony. And people are going to be drawn to you because they can sense that you have something they need. They might not be able to articulate what it is, but they will feel it. They will feel the peace that radiates from you. They will sense the wisdom that flows through you. They will perceive the authority that rests on you, and they will want to know how you got it, what you did to access it, where it came from. And when they ask, you are going to tell them. You are going to share your story, not in a way that seeks sympathy or plays the victim, but in a way that gives glory to the universe and hope to the hearer. You are going to talk about how you were attacked but you survived, how you were betrayed but you forgave, how you struggled financially but you stayed faithful, how you wanted to give up but you kept going. And as you share, something is going to happen in the spiritual atmosphere. Chains are going to break off the people who are listening. Hope is going to rise in hearts that had given up. Faith is going to be activated in people who had stopped believing. Your testimony is going to be the catalyst for other people's breakthrough. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. This is why the attack was so intense. This is why the betrayal cut so deep. Because the enemy could see into your future. The enemy could see the multitudes of people who were going to be set free through your story. The enemy could see the generational curses that were going to be broken through your obedience. The enemy could see the kingdom impact that your life was going to have. And the enemy said, I have to stop this person, I have to take them out, I have to prevent them from walking into their full purpose. But the enemy failed. You are still here. You are still standing. And now you are about to step into everything the enemy tried to prevent. Let me also speak to those of you who have been dealing with depression and anxiety through this season. You have felt like you were losing your mind. You have had thoughts that scared you. You have experienced darkness in your mind that you could not explain and did not know how to fight. I want you to know that this was part of the attack. The enemy was not just coming against your finances and your relationships. The enemy was also attacking your mind, trying to convince you that there was something wrong with you, that you were broken beyond repair, that you should just end it all because things were never going to get better. But you did not give in to those thoughts. Even on the days when they were loudest, even in the moments when they seemed most convincing, you chose to keep living. You chose to see one more sunrise. You chose to give it one more day. And that choice, that simple decision to not give up, that was an act of warfare. That was you standing in your authority and saying to the enemy, "You will not take me out. You will not silence my voice. You will not stop my destiny." Every day you woke up and chose to keep going was a day you won the battle. Every night you went to sleep still believing that tomorrow could be better was a night you declared victory. And now the depression is lifting, the anxiety is breaking, the dark thoughts are losing their power. You are coming out of the tunnel and you can see the light. You are emerging from the valley and you can see the mountain top. You are stepping out of the storm and you can feel the sun on your face. The mental and emotional healing that is coming is going to be just as dramatic as the financial breakthrough. You are going to wake up one day and realize that you feel like yourself again. You are going to notice that the heaviness is gone. You are going to recognize that the joy has returned. And you are going to know without a doubt that you made it through. Type Amen if you are feeling the depression and anxiety breaking off of you right now. I also want to address those of you who have been struggling with addiction through this season, whether it is substances or food or shopping or relationships or anything else you have been using to numb the pain and cope with the pressure. You have been ashamed of it. You have been hiding it. You have been trying to stop on your own and failing over and over again. And every time you fail, the shame gets deeper and the cycle gets stronger. But I want you to hear me very clearly. The addiction is not your identity. It is a symptom of the battle you have been fighting. It is a coping mechanism you developed to survive an attack you did not know how to fight any other way. And as the attack breaks, as the warfare lifts, as the breakthrough comes, you are going to find that the pull of the addiction is going to weaken. You are not going to have to white-knuckle your way through sobriety. You are not going to have to rely on your own willpower. The desire itself is going to decrease. The craving is going to fade. You are going to wake up one day and realize that you have not even thought about the thing that used to consume your thoughts constantly. That is how you will know that the deliverance is real. That is how you will know that the freedom is genuine. That is how you will know that you have been set free, not just in your behavior, but at the root level where the bondage was actually operating. And when you walk in that freedom, when you live in that deliverance, your testimony is going to set other people free. Because there are so many people who are struggling with the same things you struggled with. There are so many people who are ashamed and hiding and feeling hopeless. And when they see you, when they hear your story, when they witness the transformation in your life, they are going to believe that if you can be free, they can be free too. Your deliverance is not just for you. It is for everyone who needs to see that breakthrough is possible, that freedom is real, that chains can be broken. Now let me speak about the relationships that are about to enter your life. I am not just talking about romantic relationships, though for some of you that is definitely coming. I am talking about friendships that feel like coming home. I am talking about business partnerships that multiply your impact. I am talking about mentorships that accelerate your growth. I am talking about spiritual connections that deepen your faith. These relationships are going to be different from anything you have experienced before. They are going to be based on genuine love, mutual respect, shared values, and divine assignment. You are not going to have to chase these people. You are not going to have to convince them of your value. You are not going to have to perform or prove or pretend. They are going to see you for who you really are, and they are going to love you exactly as you are. They are going to celebrate your wins without jealousy. They are going to support you through your struggles without judgment. They are going to speak truth to you without condemnation. They are going to be safe people, people you can trust, people who are genuinely for you and not just using you for what you can do for them. And the contrast between these new relationships and the old ones is going to be so stark that you are going to wonder how you ever tolerated the dysfunction you used to accept as normal. You are going to look back at past friendships and realize they were not friendships at all. They were assignments sent to teach you what real friendship is not. You are going to look back at past romantic relationships and understand they were not love. They were lessons preparing you to recognize real love when it shows up. You are going to look back at past business partnerships and see that they were not collaborations, they were competitions where the other person was trying to get ahead at your expense. But all of that is behind you now. You are entering a season where your relationships are going to reflect your growth. You are going to attract people who are on your level spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. You are going to connect with people who have done their own healing work and are not looking for you to fix them or complete them. You are going to build with people who bring their own resources to the table and are looking to multiply, not just to take. This is what it looks like when you level up. The people around you level up too. The conversations change, the energy changes, the entire dynamic changes. Type Amen if you are ready for healthy, life-giving relationships. Let me also talk to you about the creative gifts and talents that have been dormant inside you. You have always known they were there. You have had dreams and ideas and visions of what you could create if only you had the time, the resources, the confidence, the support. But life got in the way. The struggle consumed your energy. The attack drained your creativity. The betrayal made you doubt yourself, so those gifts stayed buried. Those talents stayed unused. Those dreams stayed deferred. But that is about to change. As the breakthrough comes, as the burden lifts, as the warfare ends, you are going to feel creativity flowing again. Ideas are going to come to you in the shower, in your dreams, in quiet moments when your mind wanders. You are going to feel inspired to create, to build, to design, to write, to paint, to sing, to dance, to cook, to code, to whatever it is that makes your soul come alive. And this time you are not going to push those impulses aside. This time, you are going to have the energy to pursue them. This time, you are going to have the resources to invest in them. This time, you are going to have the courage to share them with the world. And what you create is going to bless people. Your art is going to heal people. Your music is going to encourage people. Your writing is going to inspire people. Your food is going to bring people joy. Your designs are going to make people feel beautiful. Whatever it is that flows from your creativity, it is going to carry an anointing that touches lives and transforms hearts. Because creativity is one of the ways the universe expresses itself through human beings. When you create, you are partnering with the divine. When you build, you are manifesting heaven on earth. When you share your gifts with the world, you are fulfilling part of your purpose. So do not hold back anymore. Do not wait until everything is perfect. Do not delay until you feel completely ready. Start now. Start small if you have to, but start. Take the first step. Make the first attempt. Share the first creation. And watch as the universe opens doors you never imagined, brings opportunities you never expected, and connects you with people who can take what you created and multiply its impact beyond what you could have done on your own. Finally, let me speak to you about the legacy you are building. Everything you are going through right now, everything you are about to walk into, it is all part of a bigger story. A story that does not end with you. A story that continues through your children and their children. A story that impacts your community, your city, your nation, and even the world. You might not see yourself as someone significant. You might feel like just an ordinary person trying to make it through. But the universe does not see you that way. The universe sees you as a world changer. The universe sees you as a history maker. The universe sees you as someone whose life is going to ripple out and touch more lives than you could ever count. The decisions you are making right now matter. The way you respond to the betrayal matters. The way you handle the blessing matters. The way you steward the breakthrough matters. Because you are not just living for yourself. You are living for everyone who is watching, everyone who is learning from you, everyone who is being influenced by your example. Your children are watching to see how you handle adversity. Your friends are watching to see how you walk in faith. Your community is watching to see if breakthrough is really possible, and what they see in you is going to shape what they believe is possible for themselves. So live well, live with integrity, live with purpose. Live with the awareness that your life matters more than you know. That your choices have consequences beyond what you can see. That your story is part of a larger narrative that the universe is writing across generations. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not insignificant. You are a vital part of a divine plan that has been in motion since before you were born and will continue long after you are gone. And the part you play, the chapter you write, it is going to be beautiful. It is going to be powerful. It is going to be a testimony to the goodness and faithfulness of the universe. Now I need to talk to you about something very important. Forgiveness. I know that when I reveal the name of the person who has been working against you, your first instinct might be anger. You might feel rage rising up inside you. You might want to confront them, expose them, make them pay for what they did. And those feelings are natural. Those feelings are human. I am not telling you that you should not feel them, but I am telling you that you cannot stay there. You cannot live there. You cannot build your future there, because anger and bitterness and the desire for revenge, those things are poison. They will damage you far more than they will ever damage the person who hurt you. They will keep you tied to the past when you need to be moving into the future. They will drain your energy when you need all your strength for what is coming next. Forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. It is about your freedom. It is about your peace. It is about your ability to move forward without carrying the weight of what they did on your back. When you forgive someone, you are not saying what they did was okay. You are not saying you will trust them again. You are not saying you want them in your life. You are simply saying that you refuse to let what they did continue to poison your present and your future. You are cutting the invisible cord that connects your emotional state to their actions. You are taking back your power. You are reclaiming your peace. You are choosing freedom over bondage. And here is the thing about forgiveness. When you truly forgive, when you truly let go, that is when the floodgates of blessing open even wider. Because unforgiveness is like a dam that blocks the flow of good things into your life. As long as you are holding on to bitterness and resentment and the desire for revenge, there is a part of your heart that is closed off, a part of your spirit that is blocked, a part of your energy that is being diverted to the past instead of being available for the future. But when you forgive, when you release, when you let go, suddenly that dam breaks. Suddenly that blockage clears. Suddenly your heart is open again. Your spirit is free again. Your energy is flowing forward again. And when that happens, blessings that were waiting for you to be ready can finally reach you. So I am asking you right now, even before you know the name, make the decision to forgive. Tell yourself that no matter who it is, no matter what they did, no matter how much it hurt, you are going to choose forgiveness. You are going to choose freedom. You are going to choose to let go and move forward, because your future is too bright to be dimmed by the darkness of unforgiveness. Your destiny is too big to be delayed by the weight of bitterness. Your blessing is too beautiful to be blocked by the poison of resentment. Make the choice now, and when the name is revealed, you will be ready. You will be able to receive the truth without it destroying you. You will be able to acknowledge what happened without it defining you. You will be able to move forward without looking back. Let me tell you about the divine connections that are coming into your life. One of the reasons the enemy tried so hard to isolate you, to turn people against you, to damage your relationships, is because they knew that your next level required new connections. They knew that there were people assigned to help you who were about to enter your life. They knew that there were relationships destined to bless you that were about to form. So they tried to surround you with toxic people. They tried to make you suspicious of everyone. They tried to damage your ability to trust. They wanted you so hurt and so closed off that when the right people showed up, you would not let them in. But that plan has failed. Yes, you have been hurt. Yes, you have been betrayed. Yes, you have learned to be cautious. But you have not become hard. You have not closed yourself off completely. You have not lost your ability to hope for good people, to believe in true friendship, to trust that there are still loyal hearts in this world. And because you kept your heart soft even through the pain, you are now in position to receive the divine connections that are coming. These are people who are going to feel drawn to you without fully understanding why. These are people who are going to want to help you even though they barely know you. These are people who are going to open doors for you, introduce you to opportunities, speak your name in rooms you have never been in, advocate for you in places you cannot reach on your own. Some of these people are going to be mentors who see your potential and decide to invest in you. Some of them are going to be friends who understand your journey because they have walked a similar path. Some of them are going to be business partners who share your vision and want to build something great with you. Some of them are going to be romantic interests who see your worth and treat you with the love and respect you deserve. Some of them are going to be family members who reconnect with you after years of distance and become sources of support and encouragement. All of these connections are already in motion. They are already on their way. Some of them might even be in your life already, but you have not recognized them yet because the timing was not right. But now the timing is perfect. Now the season has shifted. Now you are ready to receive what they have been assigned to bring to you. Type Amen if you are open to receiving the divine connections that are coming your way. Let me also talk to you about your health. Many of you who are reading this have been dealing with physical ailments that the doctors cannot fully explain. You have been tired all the time for no clear reason. You have been having headaches that come and go without warning. You have been experiencing pain in your body that tests cannot identify. You have been feeling weak, drained, exhausted, even though you are getting enough sleep and eating well and doing everything right. That is because the attack against you has not just been mental and emotional and financial. It has also been physical. The enemy knows that if they can weaken your body, they can limit your ability to pursue your purpose. If they can make you sick, they can keep you stuck. If they can drain your energy, they can prevent you from doing what you are called to do. But I have good news for you. The same power that is breaking the financial blockage, the same power that is exposing the hidden enemy, the same power that is bringing divine connections, that same power is also bringing healing to your body. From this moment forward, you are going to start feeling better. The headaches are going to decrease. The pain is going to fade. The fatigue is going to lift. You are going to wake up one morning and realize that you feel different, lighter, stronger, more energized. and you are going to know that something has shifted, something has changed, something has been healed in the spirit realm and is now manifesting in the physical realm. I need you to start speaking life over your body. I need you to stop agreeing with sickness and start declaring health. I need you to stop accepting pain as your normal and start expecting healing as your reality. Your words have power. Your declarations have authority. When you speak to your body and tell it to line up with divine health, when you thank the universe for healing that is already happening, even if you do not see it yet, when you refuse to accept a diagnosis that contradicts what you know the Spirit has promised you, that is when miracles happen. That is when tumors shrink. That is when chronic conditions suddenly disappear. That is when doctors look at test results and say, "I do not understand this, it should not be possible," but you are completely healed. Now let me speak to those of you who have been feeling like you are going crazy. You have been doubting your own perception of reality. You have been wondering if maybe you are too sensitive, too suspicious, too paranoid. You have been questioning whether the things you sensed were really happening or if you were just imagining them. Let me tell you something very clearly. You were not imagining it. Your intuition was correct. Your spirit was picking up on things your mind could not yet process. You were sensing the attack even when you could not see the attacker. You were feeling the negativity even when you could not identify the source. And the fact that you sensed it, the fact that you felt it, that is actually a gift. That is your spiritual discernment working. That is your inner guidance system trying to protect you. So stop doubting yourself. Stop second-guessing your intuition. Stop dismissing the feelings that come to you in your quiet moments. Start trusting yourself more. Start believing that you know more than you think you know. Start honoring the wisdom that lives inside you. Because that wisdom, that knowing, that inner voice, it has been trying to guide you all along. It has been trying to show you who was real and who was fake. It has been trying to warn you about situations that looked good on the surface, but were dangerous underneath. It has been trying to lead you away from the wrong paths and toward the right ones. And from now on, I want you to listen to it. I want you to trust it. I want you to follow it even when it does not make logical sense, because it is connected to a source of information that your logical mind cannot access. The person who betrayed you, they were very good at playing a role. They knew how to say the right things. They knew how to act the right way. They knew how to make you believe they were on your side, but your spirit knew deep down in a place beyond words and thoughts, you knew something was not right. You might have ignored those feelings because you wanted to believe the best about them. You might have pushed those intuitions aside because you did not want to be judgmental or suspicious. But they were there, those feelings were there. And now, as the truth is being revealed, you are going to realize that you actually knew all along. You just were not ready to accept it yet. Type Amen if you recognize that your intuition has been trying to protect you. Let me tell you something about timing. Everything that has happened, all the delays and detours and disappointments, they were actually protecting you from receiving blessings at the wrong time. If certain things had worked out when you wanted them to, you would have ended up in situations that were not designed for your highest good. You would have connected with people who were not meant to be in your life long term. You would have pursued paths that looked attractive, but would have led you away from your true purpose. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, was saying no to certain things, not to punish you, but to protect you. Not to withhold good from you, but to prepare something better for you. Think about the job you did not get. At the time, you were devastated. You thought it was the perfect opportunity. You could not understand why it did not work out. But now, looking back, you can see that if you had gotten that job, you would have been stuck in a situation that would have drained your energy, limited your growth, and kept you too busy to pursue what you are about to step into. Think about the relationship that ended. At the time, you thought that person was your soulmate. You could not imagine your life without them. But now you can see that they were not equipped to handle the version of you that you are becoming. They were not ready for the level you are about to reach. They would have held you back, dimmed your light, and kept you playing small. Every closed door was a redirect. Every no was making room for a yes. Every ending was creating space for a new beginning. And now, finally, after all the waiting and wondering and questioning, the timing is right. The season has changed. What was not available to you before is now within reach. What was blocked before is now open. What was delayed before is now accelerated. You are about to experience in months what should have taken years. You are about to receive in weeks what should have taken months. You are about to see in days what you have been praying about for years. This is the season of suddenlies, sudden breakthroughs, sudden opportunities, sudden connections, sudden provision, sudden healing, sudden clarity. Things are going to happen so fast that you will barely have time to process them. You will go from struggling to pay rent to having money in the bank. You will go from being unknown to being recognized. You will go from feeling stuck to experiencing momentum. You will go from wondering if things will ever change to barely recognizing your own life because everything has transformed so dramatically. But I need you to be ready. I need you to prepare your mind for the shift. I need you to adjust your expectations for what is possible. Because if you are still thinking small, you will not be ready to receive big. If you are still expecting scraps, you will not recognize the feast when it arrives. If you are still operating in survival mode, you will not know how to function in overflow. You have to upgrade your thinking. You have to expand your vision. You have to raise your standards. You have to start seeing yourself the way the universe sees you. Blessed, favored, anointed, destined for greatness. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Stop playing small because you are afraid of making people jealous. Your light is supposed to shine. Your gifts are supposed to be seen. Your blessings are supposed to be big enough that they cannot be hidden. And anyone who has a problem with that, anyone who gets uncomfortable when you rise, anyone who tries to make you feel guilty for being blessed, they are revealing their own insecurity, their own jealousy, their own lack. And you are not responsible for managing their feelings. You are responsible for walking in your purpose and stewarding your blessings well. Now, before I reveal the name, I want to make sure you understand what you are supposed to do with this information. When the name comes to you, when you have that moment of clarity where you know without a doubt who it was, you are not supposed to call them out publicly. You are not supposed to blast them on social media. You are not supposed to tell everyone you know what they did. That is not your assignment. Your assignment is to receive the truth, process the truth, and then release the person with forgiveness and move forward with freedom. The universe does not need your help to bring justice. The universe does not need you to fight your battles in the natural realm. Your job is to stay in peace, stay in faith, and watch as everything works out in your favor without you having to lift a finger in revenge. When you operate from a place of peace instead of a place of revenge, you are operating from a position of power. When you trust the universe to handle your enemies instead of trying to handle them yourself, you are demonstrating a level of faith that accelerates your blessings. When you can forgive someone who does not deserve forgiveness, you are accessing a spiritual authority that most people never tap into. This is not weakness. This is strength. This is not being a doormat. This is being so secure in who you are and whose you are that you do not need to prove anything to anyone. You can simply walk in your blessing and let your life speak for itself. Type Amen if you are committed to taking the high road and letting the universe fight your battles. The name is going to come to you in a quiet moment. It might be tonight when you are lying in bed about to fall asleep. It might be tomorrow morning when you first wake up. It might be during a moment of prayer or meditation, but it will come. And when it does, you are going to feel it in your gut. You are going to have a knowing that cannot be explained. It might be someone you suspected all along, or it might be someone who completely shocks you. Either way, you need to be prepared for how you are going to respond. Do not pick up the phone and call them. Do not send them a message. Do not confront them. Just sit with the information, let it settle. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions come up, and then consciously, deliberately, intentionally, choose to forgive them and release them. You might need to say it out loud. I forgive you for what you did. I release you from any debt you owe me. I let go of any bitterness and resentment I have been carrying. I choose peace over revenge. I choose freedom over bondage. I choose to move forward instead of staying stuck in the past. When you speak those words, even if you do not feel them at first, you are setting something in motion in the spirit realm. You are breaking chains that have been holding you back. You are opening doors that have been locked. You are clearing pathways that have been blocked. And within days, sometimes within hours, you will start to see and feel the difference. Now I want to talk to you about your purpose. Everything you have been through, all the pain and struggle and betrayal, it has all been preparing you for something bigger than yourself. You are not just being blessed so you can live a comfortable life. You are being blessed so you can be a blessing to others. You are not just being healed so you can feel better. You are being healed so you can help others heal. You are not just being delivered so you can be free. You are being delivered so you can help others find freedom. Your testimony is going to be a tool that sets other people free. Your story is going to be a bridge that helps other people cross over from struggle to breakthrough. There are people who are watching your life right now. They do not know what you are going through, but they can see that something is happening with you. They can sense that you are in a transitional season. And when you come out on the other side, when the breakthrough manifests, when the blessing becomes visible, they are going to be inspired. They are going to believe that if it could happen for you, it can happen for them. They are going to see that you are not special in the sense of being better than them, but special in the sense of being chosen to show them what is possible. Your victory is not just for you. It is for everyone who needs to see that breakthrough is real, that restoration is possible, that the universe really does reward faith and perseverance. So do not hide your blessing when it comes. Do not be afraid to let people see that you are being favored. Do not feel guilty about receiving abundance while others are still struggling. Your abundance is not taking away from anyone else. There is more than enough to go around. And when you walk boldly in your blessing, when you steward it well, when you use it to help others, you are actually creating a pathway for more blessings to flow not just to you but through you to others. You become a channel. You become a conduit. You become a distribution center for the goodness of the universe. This is your assignment. This is your purpose. This is why you had to go through everything you went through. Because you cannot lead people through territory you have never traveled. You cannot comfort people through pain you have never felt. You cannot give hope to people in situations you have never experienced. But now, after all you have been through, after all you have survived, after all you have overcome, you are qualified, you are equipped. You are ready to step into the fullness of your purpose and help others step into theirs. Type Amen if you are ready to accept your assignment and walk in your purpose. Let me close this message by speaking directly to your spirit. You are loved. You are valued. You are important. You matter. Your life has meaning. Your existence has purpose. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You are not too broken to be used. You are not too damaged to be blessed. You are not too far gone to be redeemed. Everything that happened to you, everything that was done to you, everything you have been through, none of it disqualifies you. All of it qualifies you. All of it prepared you. All of it positioned you for this moment. The person who betrayed you thought they were destroying your future, but they actually activated it. They thought they were blocking your blessing, but they actually accelerated it. They thought they were winning the battle, but they were actually setting up your victory, because the universe has a way of using the very thing the enemy meant for harm and turning it into the thing that brings about your greatest good. That is what is happening right now. Everything is being flipped. Everything is being reversed. Everything is being redeemed. The struggle you have been in is not your story. It is just a chapter, and this chapter is ending right now. Today, in this moment, you are closing the book on the season of pain and you are opening a new book titled Breakthrough. The first chapter is called Restoration. The second chapter is called Abundance. The third chapter is called Peace. And the rest of the chapters, they are going to be so good, so beautiful, so full of joy and blessing that you will barely remember what the struggle felt like. You are about to step into the best days of your life. You are about to experience things you have only dreamed about. You are about to receive answers to prayers you prayed years ago and almost forgot about. You are about to see doors open that you did not even know existed. You are about to meet people who change the trajectory of your entire life. You are about to walk into rooms you never thought you would have access to. You are about to hold blessings in your hands that you never thought you would be able to touch. And when all of this starts happening, when the breakthrough manifests, when the blessings arrive, when your life transforms so dramatically that even you can hardly believe it, I want you to remember this moment. I want you to remember these words. I want you to remember that you were told before you saw any evidence that everything was about to change. I want you to remember that you chose to believe even when circumstances said you were foolish for believing. I want you to remember that you held on when everything in you wanted to let go, because that choice, that decision, that commitment to keep faith even in the darkness, that is what opened the door for everything that is about to come pouring into your life. My precious child, as we reach the end of this sacred message, I want you to place your hand over your heart and feel it beating. That heartbeat is proof that you are still here, that you survived, that you made it through the valley. And if you made it through the valley, you can absolutely handle the mountain top that you are about to climb. The worst is behind you. The best is ahead of you. The pain is in your past. The promise is in your future, and that future is starting right now. The name you have been waiting to hear, it is already in your spirit. You know who it is. You might not want to accept it, but you know. And that is okay. Take your time processing it. Take your time working through the emotions. But do not take too long, because you have places to go, people to meet, blessings to receive, and a destiny to fulfill. And none of that can happen if you stay stuck in the past, replaying what they did, rehearsing how they hurt you, reliving the betrayal over and over again. So take this moment to make a declaration. Say it out loud if you can. Say it in your heart if you must. But say it with conviction. Say it with authority. Say it with faith. I release the past. I forgive those who hurt me. I let go of bitterness and resentment. I open my hands to receive everything that is coming to me. I step into my new season with confidence and courage. I claim my blessing. I accept my breakthrough. I embrace my destiny. And I thank the universe in advance for everything that is about to happen in my life. Now breathe. Relax your shoulders. Release the tension you have been carrying. Feel the weight lifting off of you. Feel the peace washing over you. Feel the hope rising inside you. This is real. This is happening. Your time has come. Your season has arrived. Your blessing is here. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, right now, in this moment. As you finish reading these words, something is shifting in the atmosphere around you. Something is breaking in the spirit realm. Something is opening that has been closed. Something is being released that has been held back. Do not doubt it. Do not question it. Do not talk yourself out of believing it. Just receive it. Just accept it. Just walk forward in faith, knowing that every step you take from this moment on is a step into your destiny. Every door you approach is going to open. Every opportunity you pursue is going to manifest. Every dream you have been afraid to dream is going to come true, because you are blessed. You are favored, you are chosen, you are protected, you are loved, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what the universe has already set in motion on your behalf. Go now in peace. Go now in power. Go now in the absolute certainty that your life will never be the same. The breakthrough is not coming. It has arrived. The blessing is not on the way. It is here. Your new life is not waiting to start. It has already begun. Right here, right now, in this very moment. Amen and amen.